Hello, my beautiful fragrance family. Dustin here, fragrance fan. Go ahead and be solid and click that like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell notification. And I'm just going to keep on bringing you guys these budget-friendly fragrance reviews. That $40-ish and under dollar range. Most of these are way less than that, and a good number of these you can find at your local rack stores. Y'all been screaming about this one for a little while. I finally found it at my local Burlington for $14.99. Even though I have several fragrances that smell like this. I already knew what this kind of smelled like without smelling it, but I still rolled the dice on it because I like this particular line from Camara, and this is Crescent. Vamos Crescent. I like these bottles. All of these from the Vamos line, they are in this shape with that pleather wrap, strap or whatever you would say, like a little pleather belt going across the thing, and they feel good in the hand. They're nice and heavy. It does not feel like a cheap bottle. The atomizer cap has that detailing right up on the top of it, and it's heavy, it's metal, and clicks so satisfyingly into place. All of these do. They click amazing into place for a $15 fragrance, and they brought back the pressure sensitive atomizers. This is a $15 fragrance with a presentation like that. I mean, my favorite color one out of all of them is this one. I think that looks just fire. That's just me. But they all have this super satisfying presentation. So the notes in this one, I ended up finding the notes on it, and it opens up in the top with C notes, grapefruit, and mandarin. In the mid is bay leaf and jasmine, and in the base is ambergris, guaiac wood, oak moss, and patchouli. I always say guaiac wood. I don't know how it's pronounced. I've heard guaiac. I don't know. Somebody's going to correct me in the comments. So if that sounds familiar whatsoever, it's because it is a carbon copy, exact replica, as far as the note breakdown, of Invictus. It's exactly what it is, at least on Fragrantica. And I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, but I think that Parfuma.net has the same listings, but that's what Invictus is. So if you don't know what Invictus smells like, it is a very sweet, like sweet, citrus, dry, tart, playful, fresh, spicy. It's got like a sharpness to it, a sharpness with that sweetness at the same time, a little bit sticky, sharp, sweet, and dry, tart citrus at the same time. There's marine notes, so it gives a little bit of saltiness. There's like some of that sea salt in this thing, and a bit of woods. But more than anything else, it is a very youthful, playful, crowd-pleasing fragrance. I wouldn't say it's the best for the gym because it's a little bit sticky. I like my gym fragrances to be even drier than this. I don't want there to be any kind of sweetness because I feel like that can be a little bit annoying in a gym, a little bit polarizing. So I want something that's even more refreshing. But this is a summer fragrance, and it is designed for the high heat, and it works good in the high heat. Again, it's very sweet, playful, sticky sweet, but fresh and bright at the same time kind of fragrance. And that's exactly what Invictus is. This gets you about 90% close to Invictus. One of the big differences, Invictus has about a 7 to 8 hour life, and this has like a 4 to 5 hour life. So it's not super weak, but it's on that lower side of average, and I can't really knock it too much for that. This is an eau de parfum. A lot of these Middle Eastern fragrances, not all of them, but a lot of these, like the Camaras, the Milestones, the Muratas, after about a month or two, if you give them a good 20 or 30 sprays, they end up amplifying. They're louder, they last longer. The Dolce & Gabbana, like Desert Oud and stuff, those things have gotten way better. My Hanine Riviera is way better. Some of them stayed the same, but others got like so much better. And maybe this one will do the same thing. Who knows? But as it sits right now, it's still not bad. I give it a 6 out of 10. It's decent. I don't really shave off points for the performance because it does okay. It's just, you know, for the first hour or so, it projects as good as any other fragrance that's like an average projecting fragrance. It comes back, sits pretty close, and then fizzles out altogether at about the 4.5 hour mark. It's not bad, but it's just not the best. So if you're looking for some kind of loud, cheap fragrance, this isn't going to be it. You might think it will be at first, but from my experience, it's just not. But it's still a 6 out of 10 because it's a decent smelling, well, it's not a decent, it's a good smelling fragrance for a cheap price. Another cool thing about this one is a lot of fragrances that imitate Paco Rabanne's, not 1 million, Paco Rabanne's Invictus, is they can be harsh because it's sticky, sweet, fresh, spicy citrus, like the tart citruses, like the grapefruit, and they can come off very abrasive, almost leaning more like Wanted, Azara's Wanted, whereas this one does not. It's very mellow, it's very rounded and polished in a sense. It's way smoother than I thought that it was going to be, because like the Invictus clones, they sometimes scare me a little bit, I'll be honest, but this one is actually smooth. It's a bit silky, which was very pleasant. So is it my favorite clone of Invictus? I'd say this is one of the smoothest that I personally own. There's no doubt about that. But yeah, I'll be wearing it here and there. You know, it might get lost in my rotation a little bit because it's, you know, I got so many that are like this. But if you don't have an Invictus style fragrance and you're looking to buy one, this one is going to do the job well. If you don't know what Invictus smells like, go ahead and buy this one, and you've smelled Invictus. You've smelled it before regardless. Whether you did it on purpose or unknowingly, you have smelled Invictus. So this is a daytime, casual, playful, youthful fragrance. It's not mature. Not saying that people that aren't 40 and over, I'm 40 years old. People older than me, you know, I'm saying that like I'm like super old or something, but people that are far older than me can still enjoy this thing. It's super inoffensive. Is it going to be their cup of tea? Probably not, but anybody can enjoy this thing. But this is definitely a youthful fragrance, playful, daytime, casual. And if you wear it in the office, it'll be okay. Just don't go super heavy on the sprays because it is a bit sweet, but it's that kind of sticky, sharp sweet, if you know what I mean. So overall, decent smelling fragrance for a low price. And if you see this in the wild and you're looking for Invictus, I want to check it out. So that's my final thoughts on Camara Vamos Crescent. With that, I'm out. Y'all be blessed. Take care of yourself always, and until next time.